These are my 5 things I'm loving for Valentine's Day this year. So they're kind of random, but yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. Okay, the first thing I'm loving is Oreo Balls. And I had some pretty ones that were like pink, but I ate them all, so this is just one of them. This is the only one left. This is gonna sound so stupid that I'm saying this, but if you've never had these, they're so delicious. And I had some over Christmas, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make some for my friends for Valentine's Day, but I'm not really good at baking. Like, I can cook really well, but baking is like not my thing. But Oreo Balls are really easy to make, and I'm not gonna give you a tutorial or anything right now, but I can literally tell you in about 30 seconds what or how you make these. So 30 seconds straight now. Okay, so all you need to make those, and they are literally the most delicious thing ever, are a box or bag, I don't know what you call this, a box bag of Oreos. And I got the mint kind because I like mint, the cool mint kind, but you can get the regular kind, just make sure they're not double stuffed. So you take a bag of Oreos, you crush them up really finely, like put them in like a plastic bag, crush them up. I use like my food processor. I have a food processor to like chop them up, but that's what I do. But you can just put them in a plastic bag and like roll rolling pin over them until they're all crushed up. And then you mix in a box of cream cheese. So it's like 8 ounces or something. Yeah, 8 ounces. Mix that in with it, and that's like your filling, if that makes sense. And then you just like take that mixture, roll them into little balls, and then you melt some baking chocolate, which mine's all wrapped up, so you can't really tell what it is, but it's chocolate. It's just the big chunks of chocolate, if you can see. See those big cubes of baking chocolate? You just melt that, and then take your balls and just the little balls you just made and like roll it around in the chocolate, and then you let it cool, and you have Oreo balls. And they're delicious. And mine aren't pretty, but I don't care because they taste really, really good, and that's why there's only one left, because they're amazing. So I'm loving that. It's like a great, really quick and easy thing to make for someone special or your friends or whatever you want to do, and it's not expensive at all. Like, I don't know, that was probably like $6. So, and that like recipe makes like 45 Oreo balls. That's crazy. That's so good. So that's the first thing I'm loving. The second thing I'm loving is this Victoria's Secret Noir Tease. Noir, that's how I say it, Noir Tease. And it is so yummy. And I love this stuff. And I got it for Christmas because I had a sample pack and I asked for it. But anyway, back to this story at hand. Where was I going with that? So actually lately I've been wearing Burberry Classic, but this is like a lot more flirty of a scent, and it's just a body mist, so it's not like too overwhelming. So this is what I'll probably wear on Valentine's Day because it's just romantic and flirty and it smells really good. Yeah, it's more flirty than Burberry Classic. Like Burberry Classic is like a really woody scent, and that's why I love it, but this is more like a girly scent. So this is what I'll be wearing that day. I love this stuff. It's delicious. And it's called Tease, so that's kind of like Valentine's Day-ish, right? Okay, the next thing is MAC's Creme de la Femme, and I'll insert a swatch for you here. And you can see it's just like this really pretty, like, dusty rose color, but like as a lipstick. I feel like dusty rose, usually you think of like blushes, but it's basically that in a lip color, and it is so pretty. And it's a frost finish, and it's a pink lip color without being like too bright pink, but also it's gonna look like you have something on your lips. But anyway, and then the next thing I'm loving for Valentine's Day is the Fleur Power blush. And I just got this recently in a MAC haul that I had shown you guys, and I love this. It's like I said, it's like a dusty rose kind of cheek color, kind of to go with the lipstick I just showed you. And what's so pretty about this to me is it's a satin finish, so there's no shimmer. It'll just look really natural. I can kind of give your cheeks like a, you know, glowing flush without looking, you know, shimmery or not natural or anything like that. So I love this stuff. Okay, now the last thing I'm loving for Valentine's Day, I don't have like it because it's on my Kindle. I have a Kindle. I don't read books like in book form unless I'm going to the beach. So it's on my Kindle, but it is Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks, and this is coming out on Valentine's Day tomorrow. So it's like it's a movie. But I just wanted to say something about this because I really, if you have a chance to read the book before you see the movie, if you don't go see it like right on Valentine's Day, please read the book because it is so good. And I don't even like sappy stuff at all. Like, I really don't. Like, it's just not my kind of genre. But I was really bored in class yesterday, and I started reading this book on my Kindle because my mom had my Kindle before me, and it was downloaded on it. And I was like, oh, fine, I'll read it. So I started, like, reading this book in, like, some class. I don't even remember which class it was yesterday. Started reading this book in class, and I could not stop reading it. And I literally stayed up until 3 a.m. yesterday reading this entire book because I just couldn't put it down. So yeah, I'm up to like 3 a.m. reading this because it's like, I can't put it down. It's like suspenseful and stuff. It's so not like how I normally think of Nicholas Sparks, like as far as like The Notebook goes and whatever else he's done. I don't really think I've read. Wasn't he like A Walk to Remember too? I don't know. All his movies and like, or all his books take place in North Carolina, which is my home state. So I love him already because of that, but I don't actually read his books really because they're sappy and that's just not my thing. But this one, like I said, was so different. It was actually like suspenseful and there was like an actual plot to it. And I will not lie, like I can be really emotional, but like sappy books like that, like if it's something that I think is just unrealistic, like I won't cry. I'm like, that's just not even realistic. It's not gonna happen. Like, I don't know, like that's how I am about sappy stuff, unless it's 16 Candles, because I personally am still expecting, like every time I walk out of a church, I expect Jake Ryan to be leaning up against his red Porsche waiting for me, but he never is. But you know what, one day he will be, and I truly, truly do still believe that Jake Ryan is coming for me one day. I know he will. He's going to be there. But anyway, back to this story. So I don't really cry over romantic, sappy stuff. Not my thing. But I kid you not, I thought I was doing fine. And the last, like, not even lying, last 10 pages of that book, I was shocked. He, like, came out of nowhere. Like, there was, like, a twist at the end of this book, and it came out of nowhere. And I was bawling. I was bawling, and it was, like, 3 a.m., so I couldn't call anyone, and I just wanted to call, like, everyone I knew and be like, oh, my God, please go read this book. It's so amazing, and you're never going to believe what happens at the end, and it's just the most touching thing I've ever read, and I was just, like, overwhelmed with so many emotions. It was crazy. It really was ridiculous. So, Safe Haven is what I am loving. It's making me big. I'm so in love with it for Valentine's Day thing. It is just, I can't even like go into it. So please, 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 if you have a chance, read the book first before you go see the movie because it is so good and it will be worth your time to read that book. Like I promise you will not regret it. Just like curl up this weekend, or if you don't have a Valentine, like lay on your couch and read this book and then cry your eyes out, and then go watch 16 Candles, and me and you can talk about it, and then we can fight over Jake Ryan. Yeah, you can have Alex from Safe Haven. I will take Jake Ryan. That's what we can do. So, like I said, I loved that book, and I just had to share it with anyone that would listen to me. So that's why you're hearing about it. It is so good, and yeah, these are all my things I'm loving for Valentine's Day, especially the Oreo balls. So that's what you can do this week. Like, prop up your book, make the Oreo balls, eat them, like stuff your face with them, and then read this book. I said that already, didn't I?